Hey guys, I'm having kind of like a low energy day, so I'm not gonna be on here that long. But I told you guys that I was going to do this live, so I'm here. Being a woman of my word. Oh my god, my hair is crazy right now. So yeah, hi, thank you for joining. We're gonna be talking about holiday stress, which is fun stuff. Let's wait a couple more minutes for people to join in. Yeah, I don't even know why I came into the office today. I'm like exhausted. The beauty of entrepreneurship, right? Get to choose your own hours. Let me know if you have anything in particular that you want me to talk about. Yeah, just in general, the holidays are really stressful. Like I was saying in my video yesterday, there's kind of this like underlying or like unspoken expectation to be, joyful and happy and grateful and merry and whatever other words they use for Christmas, like whatever words they use in all those Christmas songs. But yeah, I mean, there's such a disruption with your regular routine. There's a lot of factors actually that play into holiday stress. I think it's like, buying gifts, number one, financial demands, social gatherings, being with family is like in and of itself like probably could do a whole course just on that. And you guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I mean, there's loneliness. Usually they've done studies where they see that like depression and anxiety or any kind of mental illness are exacerbated around the holidays because of all the added pressure. Pressure to show up, pressure to, just be social. And if you're already antisocial in the first place, oh, you don't hear anything? Wait, Rach, do you hear me? I don't know why. Maybe I should take off my headphones. Oh. Alex, you throw me off. Yes, thank you. Welcome. We're talking about holiday stress. So yeah, financial demands, gift shopping, social gatherings, family gatherings, if you're hosting your parties, and then most of it, or not most of it, but like a lot of it is routine disruption. So the things that you normally do, maybe like you meal prep, maybe you go to the gym, maybe you spend quality time with your significant other or your kids, all that stuff gets messed up because now you have all these other things to worry about, right? And then don't even forget about self-care. Like I feel like no one, like self-care is like last on the list when it comes to the holidays, because you're always constantly like getting pulled in a million different directions. And then it's like, before you know it, it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas and then New Year's Eve and then all this stuff, whatever holidays you celebrate. So 1986 is a great year. But yeah, so I think it's just important for us to be really conscious about what's going on with us around this time of year. We spend so much energy on what we're trying to do for other people, showing up for your family, showing up for your kids, like just everybody. I mean, we already do that in general, but like it's even worse during the holidays. And even just on the emotional level, the pressure to be in these social situations where like I was saying, like if you're already antisocial in the first place, it's even worse because now it's like, okay, now you have to go to your company parties. Now you have to go to like all these, gift exchanges and see your family that is going to criticize you and ask you what you've been doing all year and all that crap. So, and then like what to get people, it's just a lot. It's a lot. And I think it's just important that we stay conscious. I don't know, they're doing some sort of construction and it's like bugging me out. But just really pay attention. Pay attention to your stress levels. Pay attention to your energy levels. Just pay attention to yourself. Like respect yourself, respect your boundaries. Some things you can do is kind of, there's a lot of like tips and tricks if you want to narrow down, alleviate stress from, gift buying. And I'm sure like you already have over the years developed some sort of like system, but with stress in general, just being the most important thing is to be aware that the stress is there, because a lot of the time we are so used to stress that we don't even know that we are stressed out. Like I didn't know I was stressed out for years because I was so used to it. It was like my baseline. But oh my god, this construction is killing me. Okay, but for stress in general, there's a couple things that I use personally, like I think they call it like the whole brain process or whole brain synchronization. You just cross your wrists and then cross your ankles, and what it does is kind of like I guess uses like, because usually we're stuck on one side of the brain at any given time, like depending on whatever we're doing or whatever we're thinking. So it kind of like spreads out the energy to the entire brain, and it just like literally calms you down. You could try it right now. Just like I usually do this kind of thing, and then cross my ankles, and then you just close your eyes, and I usually do like 3 deep breaths. I already feel more calm. The banging's not even bothering me anymore. This is good, this is good to do maybe like right before you go into a store, right before you start your online shopping, maybe in the midst of it, you can kind of take a break, but just like really check in with yourself. If you're not used to checking in with yourself, like make it a habit. Maybe you could like set an alarm or something, but this is a really good tool. I use this a lot when I'm just stressed out from anything, but like I'll do it when I'm like stressed, when I'm like fighting with my boyfriend. I just like calm myself down. But yeah, oh crap. I'm trying to wave and then things are happening on my screen. I don't know what. Help. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about holiday stress. Okay, so let's see what else. EFT tapping. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's the emotional freedom technique. So what it is energy runs through meridians in your body. It kind of like weaves in and out of your organs. It's pretty much like encompasses your whole body. So when we're feeling anxiety or stress, usually it's due to or causes an energy blockage at some place within your meridians. So what EFT tapping, hi guys, thank you for joining in. We're just talking about ways to combat holiday stress and stress in general. So EFT tapping, you can like YouTube, like just like search on YouTube, and then there'll be like a whole bunch of instructional videos. But basically, like you have certain pressure points where you can kind of stimulate the flow of energy through the meridians. So whenever, like I was saying, whenever you're feeling stressed, it's like a blockage of energy in one of in an area where there are meridians, right? An area where the energy is not flowing the way it should. So you can hit these pressure points to stimulate the flow, and then you'll feel better. So it's like I'll go over here under your eyes, right here, this midline in your scalp. You can do your collarbones. A lot of people do this. The ninja chop, I think they call it, but like all along here. And then for me personally, I'll just say like, you know, some sort of like affirmation or whatever. I'll be like, oh, even though I'm feeling anxious and even though I'm feeling scared, I deeply and completely love myself. Even though I'm stressed out about what to get my dad for Christmas, it's all gonna work out. You know, just like start talking to yourself and be like I know I look if you're just coming in, I'm just like tapping my face. It's on purpose. But thanks for joining. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of they've done a lot of science and research on energy and stress, and there's a lot of ways that you can just. There's a lot of tools and techniques that you can just calm yourself down. So just to recap for people who weren't here earlier, there's the whole brain. I call the whole brain synchronization. I don't know what it's actually called, but you can cross your wrists, cross your ankles whenever you're feeling stressed, or whenever you're feeling like if you're not used to recognizing right away when you're feeling stressed. Usually people who aren't really that people who don't like are not used to listening to their body will only feel like they're stressed when it's a really severe situation, like when they really can't function or it's like screaming at them, you know. But a lot of the time we're experiencing stress a lot throughout the day and we don't even realize it until you start to really tune into yourself constantly. Then you'll start to notice the little shifts. But for me, it's always like when my thoughts start to run in circles. Like if I'm thinking about a problem like obsessively, or if I'm like feeling really stuck on a thought and I can't get past it, that to me is like, okay, I'm stressed out right now. And anytime I'm thinking too much about anything, like you should never be thinking that much. Just there are times when you need to think, but then most of the time you don't need to think. So yeah, you can do this whole brain synchronization whenever you're feeling like, I don't know what to wear to this holiday party. I don't know what I'm gonna, like, I don't want to have to face my aunt who's gonna ask me like, when am I gonna get married, or whatever bullshit you have to deal with during the holidays. So whole brain, cross your wrists, cross your ankles. It forces you to use all of your brain instead of like being stuck in one part. It literally, like, if you do it right now, just cross your wrists, cross your ankles, and then just like I go like this. Just breathe deeply. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. You'll literally feel like, I feel like waves, like really calm waves of peace running through my body. But then the EFT, which was what I was doing earlier, like tapping your pressure points. And then for me, it's like, you don't have to, I don't actually know how, like, what you're supposed to do, but like I say out loud like whatever emotion I'm dealing with, whatever like stress I'm dealing with, just to kind of get it out. It's like a release. So it's like, even though I'm having trouble deciding if I want to go to my company party, I deeply and completely love myself. Everything's gonna work out for me. It's just another party and it's okay for me to say no and whatever. Like, I'm just making that up, but yeah, anything like that. And another thing about the holidays is when people well, people who have depression, have anxiety, that stuff gets particularly, like, it gets exacerbated around the holidays, right? Because there's added pressure, and then there's added stress and all that stuff. And then on top of it, people who have dealt with losses. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, people who have dealt with losses in any way, or any major transition. So like maybe if you just moved, maybe if you did lose like a family member, maybe if you just broke up, you know, with your partner or whoever, like whatever, it's like a relationship, or even like having a fight with like one of your family members or a friend, you know, all of these things, the things that like holidays are, you're expected to come together and like become a unit and be happy and all this stuff. So when people are missing that you're used to spending the holidays with, that can add a lot of just extra stress and loneliness, and it's the important thing. What I'm trying to say here is that you don't have to be happy during the holidays. Like, don't listen to people and don't listen to Christmas songs. Turn off 106.7. Like, you don't, it's yes, in our culture, it's like, okay, the most wonderful time of the year, like, let's all celebrate and all that stuff. And yeah, that's fine too, but, you know, don't put that pressure on yourself to show up with like a smile on your face when you don't feel like it. Really respect what you want to do. Like, if people love, like, the people who are meant to be in your life are gonna understand, you know, if you don't show up to a party, or if you don't get them a gift, or if you don't, you know, whatever. Like, if you just don't do what they expect you to do, it's not a big deal. They'll get over it. The most important thing is you. The most important thing is you. And that's, I feel like in our culture, it's like expected for you to put yourself last all the time. It's always like, oh, everyone else is more important than you, you know? And then like what I was talking about yesterday too, like not trusting yourself and like listening to yourself instead of listening to other people, when everyone's like, no, you gotta listen to this person, they have more experience, you gotta listen to that person, they're more successful, blah, 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 blah. But it's the same thing, like with the holidays, you know, there are so many expectations of us to be happy, to attend parties, to give gifts. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, like all these expectations, right? And it's not necessary. Like, you don't have to follow those expectations. Like, really think about what you're doing and why you're doing it. Are you doing it because you want to make other people happy? Are you doing it because you know, that's what people, you don't want to hear it? Like, this is what people say all the time. Like, oh, I just don't want to hear it. I just don't want to hear it from like my family. I just don't want to hear it from like my husband or my kids or whatever. Like, but in the end, you're the only one suffering because it's you that you're sacrificing. You know, it's not, first of all, you can't make other people happy. Like, no matter what, everyone's responsible for their own happiness. So you should take responsibility for your own happiness. And then the happier you are, then the more happiness you can give other people. So it's like, even if you do show up at the party that you don't want to go to, or you do talk, you know, make small talk or whatever, be friendly with the family member that you hate, they're going to feel that energy. Energy doesn't lie. You know, you can tell when someone's being sarcastic. You can tell when someone is in a bad mood. Like, it's not necessarily like their words they're using or like even their attitude. You could just feel it off of them. So what good does it do anybody if you're going to be like, you know, like giving a gift that is charged with resentment, you know, or showing up to a party and then spreading your bad energy, bad juju around the room. That doesn't help anybody. So just stay home. It's okay. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I feel like I shouldn't even have come to work today because I'm really tired. I think I had a really up day yesterday. Like I had a ton of energy. I had like back-to-back meetings. I saw some old friends at night, which was great. But I think I'm like recovering today, and I felt it when I woke up, but I didn't listen, and that's a lesson that I need to listen to myself better. Well, it's a lesson for all of us. And then there's like this crazy construction going on. But yeah, I mean, I hope that was helpful. But yeah, the holidays are not all fun and games. And don't believe the commercials, and don't believe the songs, and don't believe the Christmas decorations. Don't put any more pressure on yourself than there already is. And yeah, just be aware. Just be aware of what's going on. Be aware of how your routine's getting disrupted. Be aware of a lot of people will turn to unhealthy eating, will stop taking care of themselves in general, like exercising or just or cleaning the house. Like a lot of people stop cleaning the house, and then that stresses you out. But oops. Yeah, that's all. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any questions about like those techniques that I was talking about earlier, you can just message me. But yeah, hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Don't stress out too much about holiday shopping or Christmas parties or whatever you do during the holidays. Try to just check in with you, listen to what you want, do what you want, don't listen to anybody else. And it's really their problem if they're upset at you for whatever expectations they put on you, you know? But yeah, it's hard because there's like a lot of underlying factors with holiday stress, and I can't, there's no way for me to cover everything right now, but so I'm kind of just grazing over the whole thing. But hopefully you got something out of it. Okay guys, love ya, bye.